Hey Liz Christie, just sending you a quick end of the week wrap up for the Kapow course. Just after the back of our chat today, Liz, with the episodic style or that strategy that we're going to roll out, I had a little think about the best way to do that, and there was a couple of there are a few ways that I thought of. So let me know your thoughts here. So the two type of strategies that we thought of, um, I've just mentioned them here in this document just above where you started to already plug that the content in, which is good. So thank you. But the first one is we're thinking of seeding each episode for 1 week and then having the second or the next sequential episode come out the week after, and just running two simultaneously at the same time. So, for example, we'll run week one, leave that running for 1 week, and then after a week, we'll then launch episode two, and we'll let them run. So we'll just have two, maybe three, just depending. We just don't want to have too many in market at the one time. But so we'll have a couple of running simultaneously, and then once some of them begin to tank out or just blow out, so let's say, for example, episode one starts to blow out, we can switch that one off, and then we can have episodes two and three or two, three, and four running. So that way we can kind of have a few different bits of content and bits of different campaigns running, in the pipeline ready to go, for when content starts to kind of dry up or exhaust itself. And we can kind of keep that running ongoing. But the idea against running all six at the same time is there's going to be a massive duplication issue. So we'll probably be competing with ourselves, especially if we're running the same six separate episodes to the one audience. So that was the biggest concern, and that's why we've come up with these strategies. The other option was to, and this might be a much better one, number two here that you can see, for when we want to scale and really put a lot of budget in. So we could use episode one at the very top, and sort of have like a trickle down waterfall approach. So episode one could run at the top of funnel, and then we could retarget anyone who went through registered or went to the landing page non-registrations. So anyone who visited the landing page didn't register, we can then retarget them with a consecutive episode. So episode two, for example, if they click through episode two, don't register, hit them with episode three. Um, Using that method, that would be much better, I think, for scaling. So we could really go like really top heavy at the like episode one at the very top, and then by the time if someone gets to episode six without like they click through the ad six times without registering, it's going to be a very small pool. So that could be a cool one for when we want to scale. But I think um, this one here, the sort of seeding multiple at once, and then sort of like having like a bit of a linear story. That sort of fits in with that storytelling mode and sort of the theme of the ads as well. So let me know what you think there. And the reason why we don't want to run all at once in the one ad set is that if we have six ads running in the one ad set, you obviously know that Facebook will favor two or three or only a few. So we don't want to have all six running against each other, and then maybe episode one and episode five are the ones that really get all the budget. So it just wouldn't make sense. So that's why we landed on those two strategies. I think we're going to start with the first one here, unless you guys have any objections there. And then if this episodic seeding strategy works, then we can look at really scaling it up. And this is where we can spend thousands of dollars a day on that sort of strategy. And it's sort of like a waterfall trickle down approach. Another really cool thing that I thought we could do with this strategy is using a messenger bot. So we could have a messenger campaign that when someone interacts with that, we can just send an ad in Messenger with an episode or maybe a video from you talking about that specific little story. And then we could just have that consecutively every day, every 24 hours, send out another story or story two, episode three, episode four, episode six, because there is no five. Um, and then yeah, we could feed that within their messenger, which could be cool as well, and have a call to action after each of those, just directing people to the webinar page. So that's another cool thing that we could look at doing. I had a chat with Zane about what we're trying to do here as well. So it looks like you've already started writing some copy, which is cool. Um, I was going to work with him, and hopefully early next week we can have each of the episodes work with kind of with the unique entry bit of the story, um, that would then flow into the centralized call to action, which looks like you've got here. So, in the meantime, just so we've got some stuff running, I launched a couple of new campaigns. So I've just split out global and then the USA. So I just launched that with about $20 each for those. So since even launching just this afternoon, we've already had one come through at $3, so that's good. Um, and we're just going to a broad digital marketing interest base at the moment. So I'll let that run over the weekend. Hopefully, we get a couple of good regos come through, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we get a couple of purchases. The retargeting's all set up there as well, but it's still quite conservative. I've bumped up the budgets a little bit, so um, we are about 45 a day or 50 a day on Jenga 2 on the Kapow course. So I'd like to see how that looks on Monday morning. But yeah, early next week, I'd like to really scale up and test this episodic kind of strategy, which would be cool. But I thought I'd give you a quick update before the weekend. I know it's probably late for you guys now. I am ready for a beer, so I'm going to help hop off. But hope you have a lovely weekend, and we'll chat on Monday. Thanks.